Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. What's up, guys? It's your boy Malcolm. I know it's been a minute, but I'm coming back to you live with another video. Uh, really, I was at work at the meat market earlier today when I heard the news about this meeting. Um, for anyone out there, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Sorry, my cat just brushed against me. Very hard, Carl. Gotta get him out the way. He's gonna keep rubbing on my leg while I'm trying to record this video and all this stuff. So, and he's back at it again. Okay. So anyway, while I was at work, this is the news that broke. Apparently, Zelensky, Trump, and JD Vance got into a little bit of a verbal tiff at the White House today. We're gonna go ahead and listen. I've watched some of the video. I didn't get to see the whole meeting. I know there's a longer form of the video of the meeting. I think the meeting was like 4 hours. So, I mean, if you guys want me to react to the whole meeting, I will. But yeah, let's just go ahead and react to this clip right here. Some people were saying Vance and Trump were being rude. Other people were saying that they were standing up for America and not really giving Zelensky any quarter. They're pretty much standing firm on that, hey, this war needs to end. And that's all they were talking about, ending the war. But yeah, let's get into it and see how it went.
Conferences and talk tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the president of the United States' words mattered more than the president of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed him with gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing.
Okay. Let's rewind that part back.
With respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you.
Okay. Listen, I ain't got nothing against JD Vance. I ain't got nothing against him. anyone that knows me, you guys know politically I am more centrist than anything. But he didn't request for the cameras to be there. Like, you know, like Zelensky didn't request for the cameras to be there. You know, technically none of the cameras have to be there. I don't know who gave the final say so, but like, you know, y'all signed off to have these cameras here. Y'all gave the okay for cameras to be in this room while y'all were having this conversation. I mean, I don't think he's being disrespectful. And this is, you know, this is a knock against JD Vance. I don't think he was being disrespectful. He was, you know, he was straight up telling you, like, yeah, Putin ain't gonna hold to any ceasefire. He's gonna do what he want to do. And I think as far as 2014, I think that's when they started. I think started moving or trying to annex Crimea, and I think what was it in Georgia. I think not the state of Georgia, but over there in Europe, there's like a country, Georgia, right below. That's like right below Russia, and I think they moved into that territory as well. So what Putin, well, damn, I called Zelensky Putin. My apologies to the Ukrainian people. So what Zelensky is trying to get them to understand is he's going to do what he want to do. You can say, you know, you can give him a ceasefire, but he's going to move his agenda forward. He's going to continue on with his political or military agenda, irregardless of whatever paperwork you sign. Hold on, let me okay, my bad. 2008. Share this. I'm gonna go ahead and share this real quick. The August 2008 Russo-Georgian War, also known as the Russian invasion of Georgia, was a war waged against Georgia by Russian Federation and the Russian-backed separatist regions of South Ossetia. The fighting took place in the strategically important South Caucasus region. Yes, I said Caucasus. Yes, that is where the word Caucasian comes from. That's a tongue twister. Yes, the word Caucasian comes from the Caucasus. That's where the word Caucasian comes from. And anyone who knows biblical, or if you studied any of the Nation of Islam, it is said this is where the people of fair skin are said to have moved to. The people of fair skin moved beyond the Caucasus Mountains and stuff like that. This is where the fair skin people moved beyond the Caucasus Mountains. But in any case, let me go back to share this. So yeah, Zelensky is telling the truth. Georgia was invaded by Russia. Crimea was invaded. I think the Crimean invasion started around 2014 when they started moving into Crimea and aiding the separatists there. So Zelensky has a valid point. Putin does have a history of doing some underhanded shit, even though he's technically not supposed to. Let me go ahead and continue on.
You guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring it into this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have
And
problems.
do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your
A
country?
lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
All right. Well, I got to rewind part of that because, yeah, he kind of hit him with a,
What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for
Have you
trying to
ever
bring
been-
it into this
Have you
conflict.
ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count one.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military?
We have
And
problems.
do you think that it's
I will
respectful
answer.
to come to the Oval Office
I
of the
will
United
answer.
States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems.
hey, there you go. During war, everybody has problems. I mean, I don't know Zelensky like that, but that's some real shit. And I mean, everyone got some good, there's some benefit too. Like, okay, so to recap, Vance, pretty much just called Zelensky disrespectful. I don't know how he has attacked the Trump administration. If anyone knows of any like negative comments he made about Trump, but I'm not familiar of any negative comments that Zelensky made about Trump. So I'm not familiar with any. If you know any negative comments, let me know. But I don't think bro is being disrespectful. I think he's giving you his perspective on things from his side of it, because we all the way over here across the water. He's actually out there. He's been out there in Ukraine, with the people. As for what he was saying earlier, talking about, I know you send the people on listen, I know the CIA, the FBI, they're good at gathering intelligence. They're good at investigating shit. But, excuse my language, they're good at investigating stuff. But the way he is coming at Zelensky, he's coming at him on some more like, oh, I heard about you and what your regime is doing. Some of that conspiracy theory stuff that there's been a lot of corruption in Zelensky's administration. I know there was a video earlier about him keep touching his nose. For anyone who knows, if you have like a previous history with cocaine, your sinuses are pretty much wrecked. So you're gonna have to, touch up a little bit. You're gonna have to touch your nose one too many times, and it's noticeable. But how would I know I just touched I'm scratching my mustache. Low key, I need to go to the barber and have him trim me up. I got too much new growth, and this stuff is not really becoming of me. But yeah, I think JD Vance is a little out of bounds, calling Zelensky disrespectful. I'll take captions off.
Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless.
You don't know
God
that.
bless. You
Don't-
will not
you
have
gotta-
war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
I'm
you're in no
answering on this
position to
question.
dictate that.
That's
Remember
exactly what
this.
you're
I'm
doing.
not
You're
dictating.
in no position to
You can see his Zelensky's face. He's like, damn, man, y'all just gonna cut me off. Like, damn. All right, let's hear Trump.
dictate what we're going to feel.
You
We're
will-
going to feel very
you will
good.
feel influence.
We're going to feel very
I'm
good and
telling
very
you, You
strong.
will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed
From the
yourself
very-
to be in a
from
very
the very
bad position.
All right, yeah. So Trump ain't trying to hear what he's saying, but Zelensky got a point. If Russia is able to take Ukraine, if he is able to take Ukraine, he's one step closer to restoring the USSR, the Soviet Empire. And that's pretty much his end goal. He's trying to regain as much as that former Soviet power as possible. So, he can look good. Because let's be real. When it comes to the Russian government, a lot of them are from the KGB. A lot of them are black ops, secret ops, Russian operatives, Russian spy. They come from that military background. A lot of the oligarchs, it's a select group. And you can go back through history. These same select few people have a history of conspiring and trying to overthrow one another. So as far as Putin, he's trying to keep as much sway with the Russian oligarchs as possible. Getting into war Ukraine, if you actually get some good results and you can actually win the war, yes, they will side with you and they will keep you in power. But let's say, for instance, the war were to change and Putin were to lose favor. I mean, maybe he might not get assassinated. I think Stalin was the last guy before Putin. I'm not sure, but I think Stalin, I think he didn't get assassinated or anything like that. But there is a history of, people being assassinated, people being overthrown, especially if you fall out of favor with the Russian oligarchs. The oligarchs pretty much run the Russian economy because all the big businesses and corporations or government entities link back to them. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Let's get back to this little shouting match.
And he happens to be right about
From
it.
the very beginning of the war.
You're not
Mr.
in a
Brown,
good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing
cards.
cards.
Right now, you don't.
I'm very
You're playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're
I'm
playing
very
cards.
serious.
You're getting.
I love how these men are old enough to technically be my grandpa, but they still argue like young people do, And into what Van said earlier about, I think it's disrespectful to try to litigate this in front of the American media. Y'all brought the cameras in. You guys decided to allow cameras. This could have been this whole secret meeting. We could have got the meeting notes or something from CNN instead of live footage, And and just to show you, this is what I mean when I say politicians are just regular human beings like us. The same way we cut each other off in conversation, they cut each other off in conversation. The same way they can be rude and crass to each other, the same way we can be rude and crass to each other, they can be the same way. So, I mean, I think they kind of, at first Zelensky was trying to hold himself, but now he's getting pissed off. You can tell by his face, he's clearly pissed off.
Gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once this entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you can...
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, We are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks.
Okay. Vance, I personally don't know you. I don't know you, dude, but that was petty. Like, come on, man. He campaigned with Biden, like, put the, like, I don't know. I get it. You're a Republican, so you know you gotta take your shots because he was with the Democrats. But that was petty. Like, of course he was with the opposition. Like, the opposition was working with him. Like, and I mean, come to think about when is it? Well, I know the war started during Biden's camp, but like, what? Yeah, like a lot of that Crimea stuff was happening during Trump's presidency too. Like, he, man, let's finish this up.
You haven't
In
been
this
allowed.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
allowed.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You voted
We gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me.
equipment,
You invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak.
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin.
Oh, man. And I kind of feel bad for Zelensky because you can tell you can tell English is his second language, so he's not really good at articulating himself. But the best thing in these cases, just don't talk. Keep saying, "Can I finish?" That's all he needed is, "Can I finish?" Because yeah, they are clearly talking over him, and yeah, just, "Can I finish?" And that's all you got to say. Don't go back and forth. Just let him talk over you and say, "Can I finish?"
In 3 days. This is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks. Of course,
It's
yes.
going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of
Except
times
that
thank
there,
you
except
to
that,
American people.
except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American.
Okay, I'm gonna call him Vance. He's wrong about what? He's wrong about what? You know, like, Zelensky has a valid point. Putin has a history of doing sneaky, underhanded stuff to advance his agenda, you know? To those of you who were in the stream earlier, you saw the Russo-Germanic War, or Russo-German Wars, Russo-Georgia Wars. My bad. I said Russo-Germanic. The Russo-Georgian War, where Russia invaded Georgia, a country south of them, in 2008 during the Obama administration. As far as Crimea, Russia has been pretty much supporting Crimean separatists in the region who would like to basically, the separatists want to make Crimea an independent state or semi-independent state so they can rejoin Russia, basically. And that's been Putin's whole play. Same thing with Georgia. You send in anti-government separatists, people that want to leave from the current administration and, become independent on their own. Kind of like how the South wanted to secede from the Union. But yeah, as far as Vance saying you're wrong, it's like, I mean, how am I wrong for saying this guy isn't going to honor, signed treaties? He's going to try to advance his agenda anyway. But hey.
People to see what's going on.
I
over
understand,
there.
sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running
I
low
know.
on soldiers. Listen,
Please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I wanted this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a
But I
ceasefire.
said to you,
I want a
with
ceasefire
guarantees.
because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That
It
wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what.
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
you.
a guy named Biden, who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your-
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
Caitlin, I do want to, because there were a lot of things that were just.
By the way, this is CNN. This is CNN. I'll link it down in the video so you guys could watch it yourselves. But also, there is like a whole 5-hour stream of this same meeting. I can't sit through it right now in one sitting because I'm just gonna go to sleep. Personally, I don't know how my dad used to sit and watch this stuff all the time because it puts me to sleep. It really does.
Not true, aside from just the tone and tenor and the monumental, historic, not in a good way, historic event that we just saw in the Oval Office. Caitlin, it really did seem to devolve when the vice president said to Zelensky, we just want diplomacy. And what Zelensky was trying to do was say, we had that. We had a deal with Russia. We had an agreement, the Minsk agreement. And Russia didn't abide by it. So I want some guarantees that that won't happen again. And then it devolved.
Shout out. I don't know who this analyst lady is, but shout out to her. She perfectly understood what Boy was saying. The Minsk agreement. I didn't even know the name of it, but boom. Prime example. Had a prior agreement. Putin said, I don't care about that agreement. It's big Putin. I'm coming for that country. Coming for all that. I'm coming for the nuclear energy and all that. What they got? They got wheat. They got wheat in Ukraine. I'm coming for the wheat, Ukraine.
In a way that is really, really remarkable. The screaming, I mean, you have been with Donald Trump a lot. We have seen and heard about Trump getting upset and losing his temper. I think this is probably the first time we have seen it like this on camera. We also should say, Caitlin, that let's just be clear. I'm not saying that there wasn't genuine anger here, but he understands when the television cameras are there, as does J.D. Vance. And we can't lose sight of the performance aspect of this.
It was incredibly genuine.
Thank you. I'm glad they mentioned the cameras. Again, they chose to have the cameras there. So in my opinion, when J.D. Vance wants to accuse him of trying to litigate stuff in front of the American media, y'all allow the cameras there. Y'all could have had this whole meeting in secret and we could have just got the meeting notes later or whatever. Because they don't put cameras in every meeting. Think about it. All the times when certain bills or certain things go on, they don't always have this stuff in public view. Dude, just imagine every time two politicians sat down to talk, we actually had live footage of it. You couldn't do no backdoor deals, no, do this for me and I'll help you when you run for governor in the next term. And this
genuine, though. I mean, JD Vance said that this shouldn't be litigated in front of the press. Trump said, actually, no, it should be. I'm glad that this is happening. And, you know, the way that this built, just to give context of the 40 minutes that happened before what you just watched, the most remarkable part of this interaction was there were moments where President Zelensky would do what we saw the other European leaders do this week, where they step in to correct either on aid to Ukraine or to talk about Putin and the fact that he can't be trusted. At one point, Zelensky called him a killer and saying that there should be no compromises with him. And the U.S. officials were sitting there just kind of listening to this. And it was at that point, though, where Vice President Vance stepped in. Trump was silent at the beginning of that. And then Trump also got involved. And then they were just essentially yelling at one another in this. And with Trump, all of his diplomacy, we know, is personal. That's why the world leaders who have come here this week have tried to flatter him to essentially get what they want when it comes to negotiating the end of this. And that was not what we just saw, the tack that Zelensky took here. He was, as Zelensky typically is, straightforward in his opinions and what is the reality on the ground. It was kind of chastising Vice President Vance for not having come to Ukraine. And at one point earlier, when Trump was asked if he would go to Ukraine, Zelensky was saying that was what he was going to ask Trump as well. He's been very, he's emphasized a lot that he thinks these U.S. officials need to be there. But to get.
All right, I'm gonna switch gears from this because, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That was funny though. To see them sit there and argue, that was funny. But yeah, Zelensky ain't gonna kiss Trump ass. He ain't gonna kiss Trump ass. And I mean, to be honest, Trump needs people like that. You always need like that one friend that's not gonna that one friend that's not gonna kiss your ass. Excuse my language. And the reason is, they're going to give you the contrarian argument or contrarian view, and that will allow you to then process more of the information to make a thorough decision. That's my opinion. But now that he has gotten Zelensky's stance, he knows, hey, you know, you ain't gonna just try to kiss up to me and do what I want. You're gonna, you know, stand on your square. So I don't know, Zelensky, you know, this might be the okay. So if we end the U.S. aid, the United States' aid to Ukraine, it's going to put us on odds with a couple of the other European states. Because I'm going to be like, damn, Trump, what the fuck, bro? Excuse my language again. But on the flip side, by withdrawing, you know, it does save money. You know, he does save money by withdrawing from Ukraine. So, oh man, I mean, it's not how I would do it, but you know, he's pretty much holding the square here. He's like, hey, take the ceasefire or we ain't gonna back you. And really, I think it's up to see what Zelensky is gonna do now. I mean, for me, if you're going to stand on your square, stand on your square. You don't kiss his ass now, don't do it later. Excuse my language again. Stand on your square. Don't bend the knee to him because he is trying to strong arm you. But, you know, I say fight it out. Really, if Zelensky is about that life and the freedom of Ukraine and independent Ukraine, you know, fight it out. To the victor go the spoils. But yeah, Zelensky isn't going to take a ceasefire with Putin. He already knows the man's track record. He ain't going to do it. Let me go ahead and switch gears real quick. Oh man. Okay. So let's go ahead and check out. Well, if you've been on social media, you've probably seen some of this dude's clips. So, yeah. So earlier this week, I noticed this clip from this dude, FitX Fearless, going around with this one. Basically, he got in the back and forth with one of the guys that called in on the show. Now, I'm not going to sit here and watch a whole 25 minutes worth of this stuff because this stuff will honestly rot your brain after like 10 minutes. So I'm going to try to sum it down to 5. This is getting into the next segment of today. But to wrap up what I was saying earlier, if you're just joining the stream, Zelensky and JD Vance and Trump, they got into it. So if things don't shape up in Trump's favor, he's not going to back Zelensky, and Zelensky doesn't seem like the type of guy to kiss Trump's ass. So that might not end up well. Going into this, red pill dating gurus and why they kind of give men a good and a bad name at the same time. But before I get into my rant, let's watch a few segments.
Are you packing?
Hell no. No.
You got a little dick too?
How's it my fault, bruv? Man, what's wrong with it? If I could customize my thing, I would get a massive thing, bruv. But I ain't got a massive thing. That ain't my fault, bruv. I can't do nothing about it.
So okay,
Come on, man.
I got a little dick, I'm broke, and I'm fat. Who is she? What the girl gonna get, bro? She can't even get pleasure in the bedroom.
I mean, my foreplay game is high though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Foreplay, my ass. And eventually you gotta put something in there. What you gonna put in there, bro?
Oh.
So are you working on that part of your life too?
Links down in the subscription.
I mean, I've watched some of your videos on, how to get that thing done, and I've been applying it, but
right,
unfortunately, I'm born.
Right, you need to be applying it. You need to be applying this shit everywhere. Why are you dancing, bro?
You can't lie, I killed it though. Hold on. Hey.
What the fuck? Listen. Okay, I'll rant a little bit now. Guys, why do y'all pay to get on like video chat or stream with this? Even the comment section going on. Like, this shit sound gay.
Perfect example. He gets on a live stream in front of 700 people, and he's making a fool of himself. We can't blame women. Y'all see this what I'm talking about? How?
Is that a fake gold record in the bet? I don't know. I don't know. Oh man, there's a fake gold record in the background. He's dating guru. Well, anyway, while I'm in here, back to what I was saying, guys, stop calling into these dating gurus. Like, I think most of them charge you just to even get on the call. Why y'all wasting your money? And at the end of the day, they give you the same cookie cutter approach. They give you the Rick Ross special. For those of you who don't know the Rick Ross special, in the earlier video, I pretty much said what it is. It's double MG, baby. Oh. Hold on. It's double MG. Money, muscles, game. They give you the same grift over and over. Get in the gym, build muscle, make more money, learn game, or improve your game. It's the same thing, rinse and repeat. Some of them, and then they try to like make it seem like it's unique and they're giving it their own twist. No, dude, y'all all got the same. It's the same basic blueprint. They may say things differently or have little unique differences between their views and opinions, but a Sneeko, Andrew Tate, a FitX Fearless, what's some of them other Rolo Tomasi, they all give you the same grift, same thing. The only difference is they try to repackage it every so often to apply it to as many things as possible. Most of them all got a book, online course, or some type of product to sell you. And really the red pill material is just a grift to funnel you into another one of their revenue streams, because this is just one of their revenue streams. Same thing, like, all right, boom. When you're talking to a chick and, she gives you an Instagram, you hit her up on Instagram, and from Instagram, she's like, oh, go check out my OF, or go check out my, my TikTok or whatever. Like, it's all just one big revenue stream for them. So why waste your money? Most of this advice is out there for free.
Women gonna take us seriously when men are getting up and this is what they're doing. Sadness, bro.
Shout out to the clowns out there, because some girls like a guy that can make them laugh. But also, dude, don't be a clown all the time. You gotta be serious and take care of business when it's time to take care of business.
It's embarrassing. Exactly. It is embarrassing. Look at men, adult men. This is what they are. And then we're talking about women women didn't do a damn thing to us. Look at the modern men, guys.
How many girls have you approached this week?
3 to 4.
What did you go up and say?
Good afternoon. My legal name is Martin. On the TikTok platform, I create content under the handle 6'1" Would you be?
What the? Oh. I can't talk because honestly, my pickup line is hi. My name's Malcolm. What's yours? No, I might switch it up and be like, hi, my name's Malcolm. Nice to meet you. What's your name? But, or like give her a compliment or something. But, dude, that sounds like you're reading a script.
Be interested in doing an interview?
That's the first thing you told her.
Yes.
You didn't go up and say, hey, I'm Dawson. What's your name?
It's common courtesy to greet people the first time you meet them.
Let's do some role play.
Greetings. I happened to glance at you eating by yourself and wanted to know more about you. What is your legal first name?
You see how?
Okay, he's trolling. He's trolling. Whoa. I was dropped before. Let me go set this thing down. Oh, man. He's trolling hard. Bro, you don't actually talk to women like this. That's why you got the face mask on, because you really don't talk like this. He's trolling. He's trolling hard. He's trolling hard.
You sound like a robot. Your tonality is off. You sound like a robot. You go up to the girl and say, hey, how's it going? My name is Dawson. You stop. In that moment, you force her to make an investment. If she doesn't introduce herself back, you walk away. So how about we practice that? No more sounding like a robot. No more spilling out 10 things about myself before she's even said anything. Hey, how's it going? My name is Dawson.
Hello. My name is Martin.
Stop right there. If she doesn't say, hi, Dawson, my name is Samantha. If she gives you an attitude, if she's snarky, if she says some stupid shit, okay, have a nice day. Save yourself the time.
Thank you so much.
Bro. This man paid to hear this advice. These I'm sorry, I'm about to curse. These guys getting rich off cookie cutter advice. Damn it, I don't have, you know what? Yeah, I have been slacking on my gym. Yeah, you know what? That's it. I'm finna fucking, excuse my language. I'm sorry. I'm finna buy a bunch of tank tops and just wear them. I need to get my muscles and stuff up. But yeah, I'm finna get my muscles up and just start rocking a bunch of tank tops and give out this cookie cutter advice.
For the advice, I will definitely implement these tips in my next encounter with a.
But my next encounter. Oh, he's trolling. He's trolling so hard. No way you talk like this in real life to win. Oh my god. I know I'm awkward and corny, but yeah, I'm about to cry.
Woman.
Okay, stop sounding like a damn robot too, Dawson. You just sound like a robot just then. Be more human. Have a person. Okay, what's going on with your hairstyle, bro?
I'm letting it grow for a little bit.
Okay, it looks kind of uneven. You got this like Elvis Presley like look. It's like round here and it's kind of thin here.
Bro kind of got like a proto mohawk going. Like he wanna, I don't know, he might have that George Jefferson complex, you know, the sides right here want to fade and get real low until they start balding, and then you got this little patch in the middle. It was, yeah, like Mr. T. Yeah. Like, I pity the fool who don't respect my hairline. All right, okay. Let's finish this up, and I'll go on to the next one. This has been a good laugh, though. I can't lie. This has been a good laugh. I've laughed my ass off so much. But yeah, guys, why do y'all pay for this advice? Like, it's so free. It's so free. You can go on YouTube. There are free ebooks. Like, why y'all pay? Y'all pay to get online. And I could tell from Buddy's, you know, by his edges, like, dude, go to a barber. There's a barber. Just, I don't know. Let's finish.
They do it on purpose?
No.
Okay, your barber, my G, your barber you up, bro. He left your hair thin right here in the middle, and then it's round to the sides. So barber, he didn't even out your hair. He got you with this Elvis Presley look. It's not that your hair shape is bad. It's like, I'm looking at your head shape. Your head doesn't grow in concaves, bro. The barber, he left this shit, he left it round here, and then he left it skinny right there. Bro, it doesn't look right. So I will go back to him and be like, man, you up, bro. You need to fix this shit. Like, this don't look right. All right, let me see the physique.
Like, girls think I'm retarded, bro. Like, I actually need help.
Are you another Somali dude?
Yeah, I'm Somali, bro. I came to the States like 5 years ago, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get some.
What the hell is wrong with y'all, bro?
Shout out to my Somalians and all my African people coming over trying to, you know, live a good life. But bro, drink some water. I'm sorry, mandatory. Sorry, mandatory playtime with my cat. He's laying right here. Well, I got a futon in my computer / studio / office / just random room, honestly, at this point. Yeah. I got my I got the screen blurred because my room's like a mess right now. I got my green screen up here. I got a futon laid out because I was just laying in bed. I'm trying to put up a new rack because I got more I got more equipment coming in, which reminds me, I really need to just stop buying equipment. I think I have like an issue at this point. I've got guitar pedals. I've got Akai MPK Mini, another Akai drum pad, two synthesizers, like 2 guitar. I got too much stuff. I gotta stop buying equipment. But anyway, shout out to all my Africans, but why do y'all got to come over here with such thirst, bro? Just relax. Just chill.
What's going on with y'all Somalian dudes? Every Somalian dude, something is be wrong with him. Okay, what's going on, bro?
So basically, like, I'm still a virgin, bro, at 24, man. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, girls just reject me. They just laugh on my face. Even like sometimes when I stream like online, like there's this app called Omegle. Like, they just laugh on my face. IRL cold approach. Nothing is working, bro. Like, I need help.
And you're in Chicago?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the physique first. Make sure you got pants on. Pull your pants up, sir. Okay.
Damn.
Physique is not existent. How tall are you?
Like 6'3".
Okay, sit down. Sit down.
Yeah.
All right, you got a big gap. Your gums show when you talk. That makes you look very unattractive. Your hairstyle, what are you doing with that?
I was trying to get like an afro, but like it's not going right. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what to do.
So what do you mean?
Like I was trying to get like an afro so I can hide my forehead and shit. Because like I'm Somali, I got like big forehead. So like I was trying to build an afro, so nothing is working.
Okay, I mean, what do you mean nothing is working? Just keep growing your hair and do something with it.
Yeah. So should I get like tapers or like should I keep growing it?
Keep growing your hair and get a lineup.
A lineup? Okay.
What you gonna do about your gap?
Okay, I gotta get off this. I gotta get off this stuff. My brain is shutting around. See, I told you guys, more than 10 minutes into the red pill stratosphere, and my brain is already starting to rot. I try to tell people this stuff is serious.
Bro, it's too expensive, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich like that. You know, like just today I called the dentist and he said like $5K for Invisalign. And I don't got that right now.
What are you doing for work?
Right now I don't work. I used to drive Uber and shit, but like now I don't work.
Why don't you work?
Well, I'm trying to like be a streamer and I'm trying to like involve in life. I'm sick and tired of doing like 9 to 5s and shit because like I worked at a warehouse. I did Uber. I did a lot of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be like you.
What in the world makes you think you're a good streamer?
I mean, this is my first week, you know what I'm saying? So like it's my dream to be like you, bro. Like I even got like your wallpaper saved on my phone.
Look, I don't want to see. I don't want to see. So you got random women that don't know you as your vision boy.
Yeah, I mean, that's like the type of caliber of women I want to attract one day and be able to have.
Oh, God. Okay, like, I want to believe these guys are trolling. I want to believe it. But man, I don't know what the hell they got going on. I don't know what the. But in case, guys, let me switch gears up here, and let's go over here. Yeah, I gotta get up the red pill madness swamp. I gotta get up out of there. My brain is starting to starting to rot, especially after one dude with the vision board with the women behind him. Like, oh God. Guys, it's okay to have like one or two. It's okay. You know, you got a swimsuit pinup or something like that. It just like came with the Sports Illustrated magazine you got or whatever. It is okay to have one or two. But that man had a whole wall behind him, and that was creepy. That was real stalker vibe. Real stalker vibe. Anyway, House passes budget resolution. Okay. So to basically sum it up for you guys real quick, let me see if I can zoom. Okay. On February 25th, the House passed HCON resolution 14, a budget resolution that sets spending and revenue targets for the federal budget. While budget resolutions don't set funding levels or have the force of law, they are crucial for the budget reconciliation process, which allows for budget-related measures to pass the Senate with simple majority. The Great Resolution includes guidelines for fiscal year 2025 through fiscal year 2034, instructing committees to identify cuts in federal spending, including up to $880 billion in cuts to Medicaid. I'm just going to go ahead and say right now, yikes, that might not be so nice. Okay. Despite claims from President Trump and some Republicans that Medicaid coverage won't be directly affected, the cuts will likely result in significant reductions to the program. Well, hopefully Trump can, well, I mean, they have time to pass later legislation or do certain executive orders, I guess. So they may be able to counteract that. But yeah, definitely should have had something written into the resolution that was a little bit more considerate of Medicaid. The resolution also allows for the extension of the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Acts, which could never. I need to get some. Really, I should have a bottle of water. Cotton mouth like hell right now. In any case. They have chosen to extend the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Acts, which could negatively impact economic growth if deficit financed. The House passed the resolution with a 217 to 215 vote, with all but one Republican in support and all Democrats opposed. The Senate is working on its own version of the budget plan. Excuse me, I misspoke. The bottom 20% of households would. Let me just pause and refresh myself because I'm trying to speak too fast. Okay, so the three main impacts from this bill will be the bottom 20% of households would lose 7.4% of income due to Medicaid cuts and gain only 0.6% from the tax cuts extension. The top 1% of households would gain 3.9% more income from the tax cuts. The last bullet point from this article, financing the tax cuts through deficit spending could reduce economy-wide spending roughly $600 billion, or around 2% of GDP. And there's more stuff in the article here. Like it was saying, analysis from the EPI determined that this budget resolution could reduce incomes for the bottom 40% of U.S. households by income, which meanwhile, the budget resolution also would allow the House to pursue the extension of, well, I already pretty much read that part off my bullet notes. But yeah, there are a number of things in this that definitely will impact us. So as far as the Medicaid go, I think that's the biggest issue out of this resolution. As far as the tax cuts go, I expected all that stuff to pass, but cutting Medicaid and certain government programs that we need are not cool. I know they've been having Elon Musk go on this whole rant about Social Security and 150-year-old people still getting paid money on Social Security. But the truth is this: our Social Security system is built on old technology. The technology needs to be upgraded. The system needs to be overhauled. Get to it. Like Doge or Doggy, however you want to say it, get to it. I'm not a computer scientist, but I even think that a lot of the programming language of our Social Security system is old too. I'm thinking like not even JavaScript, like let me see if I can Google that. What type of programming language does the Social Security Office use? Okay. The Social Security Office primarily uses COBOL, Common Business Oriented Language, a decades-old programming language to maintain its core databases and process benefit claims. This is due to many of their systems being developed in the 60s, 70s, when COBOL was a prevalent language for a business applicant. A large portion of Social Security systems are still built on COBOL, leading to challenges in updating and modernizing the code. One known problem with COBOL is lack of the standardized date type, which can sometimes lead to unexpected results when dealing with missing or incomplete birth dates. The Social Security Administration maintains millions of lines of COBOL code. Well, there you go, folks. So, yeah, Elon, go ahead, update the programming language, find, because I would guess most, again, I'm not a computer scientist. Because I think most databases now run off some type of SQL or MySQL or some type of MongoDB style database. But I'm just scratching the surface. There's, now I think about it, when as far as programming language goes, there's a enormous amount of different programming languages out there. But there you saw it for yourself, folks. The programming language is old. It came out in like the 1960s or 70s. Not think about it. Yeah, like that's older than Java and JavaScript, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, like that would probably, if I'm not Elon Musk, but if I was him, I would focus more on the code. See how we can compile or reorganize all these millions of lines of code into some type of usable framework, and then go from there. And well, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here and find me something to eat real quick before I get back on. I might go live again just to capture some gaming footage, but I'll let you guys know later. But it's been fun rocking with you guys. Thanks for tuning in with me. Peace and